阳力量，请所有乘客高举双手，跟我们一起朝胜利推进，把每场比赛赢下来，全力冲刺季后赛 ！Let's go Pilots！
1, 2, 3, 4.
So polished, usually modest, but when is the last time you seen it this stylish without a stylist, huh? It's been a long time, I've been on this road, I'm racking my mileage up. They don't get loud with us, cause they know we wild as fuck. We know they scared of us, no they don't care for us. They wasn't there for us, up in them trenches, hopping them fences, making the plays while they riding the benches, yeah. Got cool intentions, yeah. I see my goal and get cold into sin, but when counting our sins, I don't have no friends, I can't help we tearing it down. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Hands in the crowd, we tearing it down. Get loud for me. Heart of a lion, fire inside me blaze like a siren. Why would you try it? Wake up the beast, no I can't keep silent. I put my time in, now it's my time, your time is expiring. Blood, sweat and tears, I conquered my fears, I'm ready to fly now. We know they scared of us, no they don't care for us. They wasn't there for us, up in them trenches, hopping them fences, making the plays while they riding the benches, yeah. Got cool intentions, yeah. I see my goal and get cold into sin, but when counting our sins, I don't have no friends, I came here to win. My start is your end, now let it begin now. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Hands in the crowd, we tearing it down. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Hands in the crowd, we tearing it down. Get loud for me.
有关应援事项，请参照 Pilots Crew， 祝您有趟愉快舒适的旅程。
掌声送给 Pilots Crew， 谢谢 Pilots Crew， 非常精彩的开场表演。
Watch me as I dance under the spotlight. Listen to the people screaming out more and more.
好的 ，Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到桃园璞园领航员的主场，我是李一博 Pauian， 很开心呢，在周三的晚上，在这里看到大家。
没错 ，Hello， 大家好，我是小雨。
小雨，为什么我觉得好像很久没有见到你了？
没错，没办法，上一场因为工作，所以就先抛下你了。
哦，原来是这样，我以为你不做了，吓一跳。
我先走了。
开玩笑，开玩笑。
留我。
哎，但是我必须要说，小雨你现在不一样了。
真的吗？怎么说？
在我们这舞台 Center 3有一个你的板板亭亭玉立的小宇宙小雨，哎。你真的红了
哦！真的吗？
开放一个小雨单拍一张好不好？后面大炮的这些大哥，来，小雨摆出一个最佳主持人的样子。好，给你们10秒，10、9、8、7、6、5、4、3，
有点太久
，2、1，好 ，OK， 好，谢谢大家。哎，其他人没有哎，我的 partner 这个特别的一个特例。
给一博也5秒钟，好不好？来5秒，应该很多人想要。
我倒不用了。
5、4，
说不用了哈。
2、1，
快点回来，离题太久，等下被骂。好，欢迎大家呢来到我们飞行基地，这是我们例行赛最后一场比赛。
没错，
也欢迎大家来参加我们全新的活动，赢下来，跟我们一起呢来体验球场满满夏日的风味啦。
而且我昨天还特别查了一下，我们是要挑战主场11连胜。
哎，开心啦！
所以呢，下半季我们桃园主场要持续保持连胜纪录，把每一场比赛都赢下来，全力冲刺季后赛。
好，没有错，在比赛开始之前，我们要来颁发4月份的棉斗士 感谢呢应援好伙伴棉豆腐提供的胜利好棉大全套，棉豆腐双人加大床垫，棉豆腐翻转棉被，2颗棉豆腐乳胶枕来犒赏我们单月表现最佳的飞行员。
没错，大家可以开始猜猜看，4月份的棉斗士是谁呢？他展现了强悍的防守战斗力。4月5号主场迎战梦想家，拿下本赛季新高的15分，帮助球队在当时拿下主场的连胜哦。
接下来就让我们欢迎4月最佳棉斗士的得主阿瑞陈玉瑞，
恭喜！
同时也欢迎我们营运总监 Sam 来颁奖，欢迎 Sam， 帅气帅气，来。玉瑞站在中间，稍等一下，来跟我们的 Sam 先来合照一张，看我们的摄影大哥。好的，谢谢。请问一下，我们营运总监今天是有一些话想要对大家说，对不对？
今天是不是用中文就可以了？
对，英文留给俊祥讲就好了。我简单说几句好了。
来，
其实因为防守，我们才有办法一路走到这边。玉瑞的防守能量。棉斗士毋庸置疑，
尖叫声。好的，谢谢我们营运总监 Sam 玉瑞来单拍一张，站到我们中间，看着我们国社猴子哥刚从我们迈阿密的 F1 大赛拍摄回国，辛苦了。好，玉瑞，谢谢。来，板子先给我。
没有错，玉瑞，我们知道防守不一定会显示在我们的数据上，但是赢球的重大工程，防守也是功不可没。跟乘客分享一下现在的心情。
就很开心，球队今年的战绩非常好，然后就是每个人都在赛场上做自己擅长的工作，那把自己的事做好，那球队战绩也越来越好，这样。
接下来我们就请玉瑞来帮我们在我们的最佳棉斗士板子上面签名。
恭喜玉瑞！好的，再次掌声送给阿瑞陈玉瑞，是我们4月份的最佳棉斗士。好的，接下来让我们欢迎来访客队新北国王。
首先为各位介绍今日来访号陈俊南，4号李威霆，9号李凯燕，11号王柏志，19号林金宝，24号洪志善，25号 Number 25 Aldi Austin Day，49号翟正浩，72号林立人。先发5人 Starting 5，1号林书伟，6号杨静宇，7号林书豪，14号 Number 14米歇尔 Tony Mitchell，55号 Number 55曼尼高 County Manigault。新北国王总教练 Head Coach Ryan Marshall， 助理教练 Mark Popola 林振宇，首席体能教练周晨曦，体能教练刘振宇。总经理毛嘉恩。
今天是我们捍卫领空的日子，我们要为了桃园璞园领航员的荣誉而战，为自己而战，为了能继续飞翔的权利而战。全场乘客一同宣誓，我们会团结同心，我们会展开双翼飞行，我们没有极限，我们会赢得最终的胜利。让我们一起 Dare to Fly！
各位乘客您好，欢迎搭乘桃园璞园领航员航空 TYP04 航班。本班机飞往桃园巨蛋即将起飞，请您坐好，竖直椅背和桌板， 并系好安全带，准备发动最激情的呐喊。祝您有趟热血奔放的飞行体验，谢谢。
3, 2, 1. 这3个都是防守的凶的很。Pilot, we are faster and the boss of rap.
桃园璞园领航员球员名单。球衣背号2号，桃园的翅膀飞扣后卫阿瑞陈玉瑞。球衣背号10号，欧的伟大领航小可爱林子伟。 球衣背号8号，飞行中卫永不迷航，领航追击炮陈玉翰。球衣背号25号，禁区不倒翁，你的护国神阵林正。球衣背号21号 ，Number 21，Mr. Brown， 领航狙击枪波浪先生 Alec Brown。 球衣背号6号，关键杀手，极速狂奔，关大了没啦？关大佑。球衣背号7号，外线移动炮台，妙手乔神乔楚玉。球衣背号27号，不忘初心，3分流星雨，射进你心里，马耀张镇雅。 球衣背号0号，乘风破浪，重返荣耀，国防部长周一下。Starting Five 先发5人名单。球衣背号12号，领航剑齿虎骑兵后卫，篮球贵公子李家康。 球衣背号24号 ，Number 24，燃料无限喷射推进器 ，Taipei Cream。球衣背号30号，节奏达人控球魔术师神奇小白白耀胜。球衣背号42号 ，Number 42，密西根烈焰领航暴徒 Jason。 Washburn！ 现在我要听到全场的尖叫声，让我们欢迎球衣背号69号，全城的希望，狂野 MVP 69卢俊祥。桃园吴宇凯、公司彭立珍，体能教练刘后少，体能教练刘连杰，数据分析师柯焕维。 助理教练唐伟杰，助理教练马怡红，助理教练黄启峰，助理教练暨球员发展总监杨怡峰，总教练 Caminos。
It catches on like a fire. It's time to elevate it. Yeah, let's take it higher. Whoa, turn the whole world to a crisis. Whoa, walk around the city with an ice pick. I've been paranoid, usually I ain't like this. Ain't no telling how crazy I might get. Beat the police with a nice stick. In my whole life, I've been lifeless. Now I'm so fly, I'm a flight risk. Whoa, till I pass out. Whoa, throwing stones in my glass house. Whoa, I remember sleeping on my dad's couch. Whoa, now I got the Bentley and it's blacked out. Whoa, family looking at me like a cash cow. Whoa, everybody different just to have clout. Whoa, thought you had a chance, now you were out. Them up, man, where you at now? Whoa, now my hit.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Tonight at the Taoyuan, we present the new Taipei Kings against the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots. It's May 15th here in Taiwan, Hump Day, and it's the final midweek game of the Plus League this regular season. It's a battle between two playoff-bound squads. Could they meet in the first round or in the finals? And who's going to be at their best next Thursday when the postseason begins? Let's take a look at the season standings. With only 6 games left to go, the Pilots right now sitting at number 1. 2 less losses than the Dreamers is why they're ahead, and the Kings are solidified in 3rd place. We're still determined between the Lioneers, who are M1 to make it to the playoffs, versus the Braves, 2 games to play. Xiaohu, Wu Junqi, and Mark Tionghui on the Mandarin broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen, your Plus League English play-by-play as always. 球迷朋友们，你找到了官方的英文转播，要听小胡跟奎哥的讲评，当然按到中文的转播连接。谢谢您的收看，记得我们 Plus League 的 YouTube 转播都要按赞。So you see on screen in the green T-shirt is Wendell Lewis, and in the brown T-shirt it's Christian Enigue, who is stuck with the team, even not being selected for the registered roster for the last 1/3 part of the season. But still a rookie import player, still working with the team, continue to hone his skills. We'll see about next season, but notable was the Kings having a very big rotational side with 6 of their main guys out. So pre-game, we thought it was prudent to speak with Ling Jingbang, number 19, asking about his teammate Venti's scoring and his calm that he brings to the team, and what's the team atmosphere having clinched, but on a game that they weren't so pleased with on Saturday against the Steelers, and then in the short rotation, and despite the loss against the Lioneers, feeling really good about it. Tony Mitchell returned to action and has had some good individual performances, and the team looks strong, almost turning around a 17-point deficit late in the game and end up losing by 4.
其实我觉得小胖其实就很会组织球场上任何事情了。那基本上，不管他在场上在场下，其实他都帮助不管球员、教练团都很多的帮忙，所以其实大家都很放心，也很信任他去做很多事情。那不管球队很乱的时候，其实有他在，基本上就会很稳定军心的感觉。对，不会有太大变化。其实大家也蛮开心，其实彼此像我们休息了6个主力嘛，那剩下基本上就可能就是一些板凳或者上场比较少时间的球员。那其实不管那6个其实有没有上，其实他完全就是在鼓励我们上场这些人。那其实氛围是好的，那因为我们没有想说秀6个，然后我们就放弃比赛，因为我们还是尽力想要去取胜嘛。那大家也很用力、很尽力的去打比赛这样。
So on the season, Hong San or Venti actually leading the Plus League in 3-point percentage at 44 this season, climbing up from when he joined the squad 2 years ago at only 26%. And his games played has also kept up as well. Last game, 7 for 12 against the Lioneers. A big reason why they were in it till the end. Ling Jibang saying that he can direct the team on and off the court. He's been a big help to the coaching staff. No matter how messy things get, calms things down. And they really trust him to take care of business out there. And then saying that the guys as a bunch were happy. Their bench players got to play, of course, and those 6 who did not play, the 6 main guys, were still encouraging the players out on the floor. The atmosphere was good. They didn't give up on the game and still played their hardest. On the other side, it's Justin Lu Junxiang, number 69, asking about the final game against the Dreamers in the regular season, how intense it was, and then Kennedy Meeks and the team chemistry on their side.
我觉得我们学习到了怎么打一场艰难的比赛。那像以往我们可能遇到乱流会停滞在那边，然后所以我也希望我们能维持这个强度到冠军赛。可能是现场的气氛感动了他。那我觉得他拿到那一场球拿到生涯的新高，然后还有球队赢球。那真正凝聚的关键，我还是在于我们本土的我们的洋将，然后很愿意的跟我们本土合作。那他们也打得非常团队。
Justin sharing that they learned how to play a tough game against the Dreamers for one, and sometimes they get stuck, but in that last game they kept up the intensity, kept with the game plan, and hope to continue that to the finals. As for Kennedy Meeks saying the team atmosphere has moved him. He had set a career high in the Plus League with points, and the team won. And so their imports do mesh well with the team overall, as they also play a team game as well. On screen, you previously saw the Pilots do struggle to shoot the 3-ball against some of the possible playoff opponents. But on the other side, as one of my notes in the pregame, the Kings do have some of the top shooters, because after Venti, number 2 is Jeremy Lin at 43.6%, and behind them, actually Tony Mitchell, 8 for 20, small sample size, and Li Weiting, one of those standout players from Sunday, 38.6%. For the officials tonight, number 11 Wang Litang, number 46 Zhang Liyue, and number 76 Yang Sixie. So it's time to bring you the starters for the game. It's Tony Mitchell, there you see, next to number 6 Yang Jiming, Joseph Lin, Kenny Manigault, and Jeremy Lin, all returning to action after one game off. On the other side, Jason Washburn, Travion Graham, Jackie Lee, Jia Kang, Ethan Bialta, and the aforementioned Justin Lu Junxiang. This is the final game for the Pilots here at the Taoyuan Arena. And they are going for 11 straight wins. Their last loss January 14th versus the Steelers here, and maybe home court advantage will play for them in the playoffs. Last year they lost their only home game in the playoffs to the Braves, which ended up being their final game, the sweep. And then back in season 1, they only had 2 games. Game 1, they lost by 39 to the Kyle Julius, Anthony Tucker, Jaron Young, and rookie Aji, and Yang Jiming was on that squad. 39 points before game 2, turning around a big deficit to win by 5. But game 5 here was taken away because of COVID. They ended up playing at Zhanghua, which turned into a neutral site. So far in the season, 10 straight wins at home is a season 4 record. All the other squads at best can do 5 wins in a row. Meanwhile, the Kings indeed clinch a playoff spot, but also secure themselves and lock themselves in at 3rd place. So perhaps those are considerations for that last rotational game, but I'd imagine here on Wednesday they're playing, and then the next play on Saturday, Coach Marchand and the staff wanted them to be at their best. So barring anything else, I do expect their full squad to be playing. This is the first time in a long time since the registration deadline they will be going without Wendell Lewis. Perhaps he was deserving of a rest. Jason Washburn and Tony Mitchell as the ball gets all the way in front of this basket over here. Pilots in their pinstripe orange jerseys and Kings in their black set. Ethan up top to Justin on the left wing. Washburn going right at Tony Mitchell. The right hook is off. It's Jackie Lee Jiakang's task to stay in front of Jeremy, but on the switch of Travion Graham, now recovering on Manigault. A little kick out to Yang Jiming, and that swirls out. No score for either team as Ethan pushes up ahead. One big thing about Pauian and Jerry Taoyuan is point guards who are not good, great three-point shooters. Taipei Graham going backdoor. Our first score of the night, assist to Jason Washburn. In the Plus League, you can have 4 imports on your registered roster, 3 on game days, 2 on the floor. And Pauian Graham is more often in this Jason Washburn and Alec Brown lineup as Kenny Manigault was floated in. So it's a 2-2 start. Washburn going with speed as they swing it around. Ethan kicking it to the right side. Jackie's got an open look. The Jiakang often pushed to the starting lineup as the Pilots get a takeaway to Graham. Early layup and good. In the first quarter against the Dreamers, attacking in space was very important to the Pilots. Jeremy to Joe, stopped by Ethan. As he spins to the left side, pretty move. On the other side, Manigault and Jeremy switching. Both teams do like to play man defense more than not. Pilots ball out of bounds. And a look ahead at Yang Jiming, the target for a deep pass. But a turnover one way leads to a fast break layup on the other side. A couple of ball screens as time running down. Ethan given time on the right side. All net. As mentioned, Pauian, not a great three-point shooter. 11 for 46 coming into tonight is only 24%. As Jeremy will try to answer, too strong. Had the switch onto Jason Washburn. He's got a rim run and a good, would have been steal. We played just about 3 minutes. Kick out, Travion driving kick, lost the handle of it. Kings will go the other way. Jeremy going on Jason Washburn, but after the miss, kick out from the left corner this time, also too strong as the Pilots finally clear the rebound. Washburn attacking at the high post, lost it. That's right now a slippery basketball out there as a whistle on the penetration move, a little confusion. I'm assuming it's going to be a foul. Definitely looked like an awkward dribble. And indeed, if not for that hit on the hip, should be a carry, but that's why fouls exist. So there are the white bars below the team names is the fouls in the quarter. Handoff game, Kenny Manigault and Jeremy. Kicking out to Joe from +3 range. It's going to be a long rebound. Tony Mitchell eventually runs it down. Young Jimmy, he'll get a try. No, Mitchell another offensive board. And got already one floater made. Look out. Our camera assistant. That's one area the Pilots need to pay attention to. It is securing the rebounds because you need a rebound to go the other way. Tony Mitchell in his last game, 14 rebounds, 6 of them offensive. He's already got at least a couple. Ethan to the free throw area and a foul comes. Kenny Manigault's contest not that clean. So So after Ethan commits the first pilot's foul, he takes the first pilot's foul, takes the first Kings defensive foul. There's Coach Marchand, last year's Coach of the Year, I think by his assistant Mark. And one of many James in the organization. Translator and a video assistant. Also from the line, Ethan can use a little bit of a bump up there on the season, only 60%. A couple of makes, and the three-point made has got to feel good. Kenny Manigault given a step by Washburn as kind of acting as the power forward. Backdoor and a block shot, clean. Yang Jinmi still on the ground as the ball goes the other way. Washburn in front of Jeremy, former Hornets teammates in training camp, as Justin gave it a try. Got a Lin-to-Lin pick and roll, the foul eventually called. Not something I would expect, but might work really well.
TV timeout.
And before this Kings baseline out of bounds, we'll have our first television ad timeout here in Pauian between the Pilots and Kings. Pilots with an early lead.
Pilot School。好的，在我们待会第二节的时候呢，暂停我们的Pilot School以后呢，丢出中场游戏的信物，到时候大家一定要举高你的双手，来跟他们互动，才能参加中场游戏啊。
Welcome back to the broadcast as we get another look at Justin's rejection of a Yang Jinmi reverse layup there. It took a body blow and a hard fall, did Yang Jinmi. Thanks to longtime viewers and new viewers of our Plus League broadcast, be sure to leave a like. That's the thumbs up icon on your YouTube stream. The Kings are playing their third game in 5 days, cited for a reason why they wanted to give their guys a break. And maybe it's because, on one hand, they had a little bit of a letdown performance against the Steelers and a mental day off, you could say, having clinched a playoff berth. They were the first to do so the past 2 seasons. Handoff game, Yang Jinmi, he hits it in a handoff situation with Tony Mitchell. Let's see what the Pilots do as an answer. No substitution yet as a trip results in a Pilots out of bounds. Not necessarily steals, but the Kings have caused deflections. Trying to go back door as Graham got a paw on it. Number 9, Lee Kayen will come in the game. He also took Sunday off. So to add a little bit of color to it, the Kings did win the game 113 to 101 But the Steelers only had Cameron Clark, their lone import, and Ayao, the former pilot, cinching out, wasn't available. And they had as much as a 24-point lead. Travion Graham open three, no, as Jackie flying in there. Graham going right at Yang Jimmy, pushing him deep as Mitchell comes to help. And saving the ball inbounds is going to be a stop for the Kings. Joe dishes, but a whistle. It would be a kick ball. Pretty lucky if you're the Kings. And Pilot's ready to go the other way. Substitution. Man on the right is Zhou Yixiang, excuse me. Gotta mind my tones. And Alec Brown, number 21. Young Jimmy from the left corner, that one's out. He's getting good looks, has made one of them. Washburn in deep positioning, but a little bit unfortunate there. It's Tony Mitchell there. And on one hand, I would say he was in such deep positioning that kind of expect a Washburn score, but instead a foul. It's only the first for Mitchell, as Kenny Manigault will come out for Austin Day. So the Kings going size-wise quite a bit taller. But they do like playing Kenny Manigault at power forward. So Washburn clinking that first one. The Pilots are in the lead, but it's not exactly been the smoothest going. Just a few open shots. Washburn goes 1 for 2. Joseph Lin from 35 feet out. Knocking down a three and closing the gap to just one. Sean and Jason Washburn in the ball screen. Not very well delivered flip pass as Day hesitating, now firing away. He hits his first three. No timeout from the Pilots, but just like that, the Kings are ahead. It's Justin with another missed jumper. So far in the game, he's 0 for. Juan Dayo taking a little of a stumble as he tries to recover. Mitchell, stop, and a whistle. Had a good opportunity, but he'll have to earn it from the line. It looks like Justin came around with a help. After missing the first, you can see Tony Mitchell, 13 points per game, 8.6 rebounds. He also goes at 1 for 2. But on Mother's Day Sunday, the Kings actually had a flip situation because they had so many guys out. They're playing the Lioneers who are desperate. Time running down at Justin. A three look, short. And a batted ball to Joe as Tony Mitchell up to head to Kyle, back to Mitchell, look out. The eventual whistle comes. Probably should have been 2 points for the Kings, but Mitchell now kind of wincing. He did have a little bit of an ankle turn in the Sunday game. Tony Mitchell returned 23 points, which tied his season high, 14 rebounds, and a season high 4 assists in the last game. Again, this is the first. now a second.
Let's go.
Justin down low to Washburn. He's got Day on him. A whistle comes before he can get his move going, and it's Austin Day called for being too pushy. No, literally, he called for a push. So more free throws coming up for Washburn. Second in the Plus League in scoring at 22 points per game. Jeremy checks back in. Ahead of Washburn is Mike Ifibra with the Lioneers, and he has 23 points per game. Been counted on heavily with Oscar Gogolhawa as Washburn also misses a free throw. Again going 1 for 2. Not easy to shoot tonight. Right now the Kings 5 for 15, the Pilots 3 for 12. Off the mark, and Justin clears the board. Deep pass as Jeremy jumps it. And again, Camino's probably gonna tell the entire team, can't make those passes with Jeremy in here by as Yang Jimmy gets the and one into the middle of the paint. Sean slow to react. Justin will come out, as will Jason Washburn. 27 Tangtayang will come in, trying to get back from an ankle injury. He's not been shooting that well as of late. Yang Jingming's and one also bounces out. For Yang Jingming, that's not really close. Alex Brown from the right corner is off. Into the middle, hanging and missing. So Mitchell there, how to get out of the paint, and he does. Trying to look Yang Jiming's way. He's got the second year. Tangtayang as the double team comes. Fired pass over the head and a turnover. Looking at this correctly, Yang Jiming has not yet took a break yet in the first quarter. Only 14 seconds on the clock. Alec Brown to Sean. Ball screen to the sideline. Is this three hit from the side? Zoe Chow has not had a good start. Jeremy, nice find today from the left corner. Yes! As the Kings now push their lead to 7. Pilots have not had hardly any momentum since that television timeout. Ball got away as Day reaching for the foul. Not a good defensive move by Day. He's frustrated with the officiating, but I would say, why are you reaching 40 feet from the basket? Not the bonus free throws yet, so just a fresh 14. Almost getting by, putting up a shot, almost falling with a rebound, but it's Kenny Manigault loose with it. Lucky bounce to Day. How about a third? He's got it. Might be playing with a couple of personal fouls, but Austin Day starting this game off hot. 9 points right now, leads the field. Pilots desperately need an answer. Already down by 10 in the first quarter. Brown driving, spinning to a fadeaway, and he gets it. Wasn't easy, but Alec Brown A needed basket for the Pilots. Jeremy losing his footing, still getting the pass off. Li Kaiyan, and that's pure. Lin Jingbang in for defense earlier. And again, the Kings are successful at slowing up the Pilots in the front court. They whistle as Guan Dayo looks to be getting a move, and the lead official is going to wave that off. I think it deserves another look, though. It will be 2 free throws at least. I'm sure the Pilots would rather have the basket too. Well, Caminos is trying to argue with the crew chief who's called the foul, and in the FIBA rulebook, the calling official goes to the spot trail position across from the table, so he's got to yell a long way to deliver his message. How about Guan Dayo at the line? Making the first. Guan Dayo, 4th year with the Pilots out of Nansan High School and Guoli Tida. Sometimes joked about as the pipeline to the Pilots. And foul on the outside. It'll be free throws for the Kings. This time Guan Dayo was called. Jeremy looking a little bit winded, even though he did take a break. Jeremy good with the first. He won the Plus League Month MVP for November. Also was Player of the Week last week, as was week 1 and 3, but there's a big gap in the middle. Not that he hasn't played good, but other players have shined. The voting kind of goes back and forth, and of course he had his plantar fasciitis injury that kept him out. Kind of a dangerous pass to Brown. A little bit of handsy with the defense. Only 9 seconds left as Ethan got a lane and a whistle. This one will count. Tangled up with Tony Mitchell. Looks like everybody's all right. Landing right in front of the courtside seats and the photographers there on the baseline. Thankfully, everyone's all right. Bayou's taking a funky step there, and Mitchell crashing into him. Sub before the end of the quarter, because if it's on Tony Mitchell, that's his second personal. But Day's also got 2, and a little bit more 3-point shooting out there. Venti will come in, and although Lin Jingbang did make several threes in that game, he also scored 20 points. So 2 of the more we call it experienced players with the Kings combined for 44 points, but Venti had 11 assists. There's a foul on the rebound. And 2 more free throws coming up. Alec Brown, certainly the tallest guy out there on the floor, making it tough. And if it's on Day, that's his 3rd. And just like that, Tony Mitchell's coming back in.
Brown 要来罚球 ，2 shots。
First one. Alec Brown downs it. Went to Green Bay. Did Alec Brown, listed at 216 centimeters or 7'1". Ball almost gets the Pilots. So 7 seconds for Jeremy to work some magic. Got to step on Tony Ray. A hanging floater, almost. So it was a 10-point lead somewhere in the first quarter for the Kings. They'll end the first quarter 26-18, in control of this one here on the road against the Pilots.
即将要来跟整个球迷朋友们玩小游戏，请2选1。嗨，欢迎郑娟州来看球啦 ！Choose one, choose one, left or right。娟州 ，Hello, choose one. Who is 喜德 ？You can choose one。欢迎郑娟州，欢迎，很开心郑娟州来支持我们。嗨，欢迎你。 欢迎我们的女乘客，你好，这位美女选一个，谁是喜德啊 ？Who is 喜德？哪一边？右边还是左边？答对啦，谢谢，感谢你。欢迎参加乘客随堂考 ，Who is Mix？ 谁是 Mix？ 好，恭喜选对啦，差一点答错，谢谢你。 欢迎来到我们的桃园主场。Hello， 你好。谁是 Mix？ 左边、右边，没错，恭喜答对，谢谢你，谢谢大家。再次欢迎我们 Cyberbeast 的执行长苏基明执行长，欢迎你，欢迎，谢谢来到我们桃园璞园领航员的主场。 谢谢。好的，谢谢我们乘客球员朋友们。第2节即将要开始了，让我们继续为飞行员来加油。
Congratulations to our friends, the Chiba Jets and the Ryukyu Golden Kings, for making to the B.LEAGUE playoff semifinals. So in the next East Asia Super League season, we'll for sure see one, but unfortunately not both of those squads, as in the East Asia Super League, they only take the champions and the runners up, so to speak. Basically the team that loses in the finals. So being that they meet in the semis, only one will move on to the finals. Kings first possession, having not scored the last possession of the first quarter. Kenny Manigault trying to drive on Brown, but stuck. Cross to Ling Jingbang, 4 seconds, spinning, firing a shot, and off the bank and good. Decent defense there by the Pilots. Back to a 10-point lead. One thing about this season series, that shot goes up off target. Playing with a faster pace has benefited the Pilots. Kenny Manigault will give it a try, and that's a bucket. So a 5-0 start for the Kings. Close to an out of bounds as Taoyuan will answer back. His first field goal attempt of the game is good. Anyways, as I was saying, when there's a faster pace, offensively 95.2 as looks like Lee Kai-yen stepped out of bounds before brushing it off the ground, which would have been the ball going the other way. Graham out for Washburn. So Pilots on offense, 95.2, and defensively 96. Pace is their winning and loss splits, 91.6, 92 in their losses. And in fast break points, 18 points in their wins, 8 points in their losses. Ethan going to the other side and a fancy scoop around Kenny Manigault. Again, more of that Kings pressure. Washburn in the painted area, guarded heavily. And it. That one doesn't even touch the iron. A lot of pressure as Jeremy picks up the dribble deep pass to Mitchell, back pass to Kenny Manigault. Never knew that to be in the playbook. Swing across to Kyle, just off. Ball getting away though, and it's a 2-on-1 this way. Manigault firing it across to Mitchell, putting it up for a miss. As the ball getting away again, it's Kenny Manigault in the vicinity. Always danger to poke one away or straight up steal it from you. Over here, it's Alec Brown closing the gap again for the Pilots. Bing Jingbang try to go behind the back as Zhang saves it in bounds, but to a King. How about Mitchell? That one's blocked. A dangerous foul there by Kenny Manigault, but only the first by the team. Lyleton was about to get by him. I say dangerous because it could be a hit to the body where in the FIBA rule book, that would be an unsportsmanlike if the referee determined you didn't even have a chance at a play at the basketball. Justin, in fresh in the game, drops it and picks up his own ball as Washburn from the free throw area. How about that? Three of the Kings, or two of the Kings at least, head the other way. They had an 8-point lead first quarter at the end, and now it's down to 4 as the Kings call timeout. 8:37 left on the clock here in the second quarter.
谢谢我们的 Pilot School， 恭喜拿到信物的朋友，记得在第2节结束的前3分钟下来服务来报道。也请各位呢把目光移向大荧幕。恭喜各位解锁我们康宝的任务，谢谢我们应援好伙伴康宝提供的150份火锅汤底。也请大家呢在中场的时候可以到我们服务台来兑换。谢谢应援好伙伴康宝。
Welcome back to the action. In just 2 days, the Pilots are playing again, but against the Braves at Hoping Gymnasium for a 7 p.m. tip-off. The last home game for the Braves this season. This is the last home game for the Pilots in the regular season. Looks like Jeremy got touched up. Got a bloody nose situation going on. There's a lot of spots on that towel as it seems like they're trying to get another plug going. It sure has been a physical game, even if it's not resulted in a foul every time. So I'm sure the Kings are less than pleased that one of their guys might actually be held out for a little bit. So unfortunately, the referees are going to go to the monitor, and they didn't do so during the timeout. Save everybody a little bit of time. So it looks like they will be at least investigating a possible flagrant foul out there, which we don't have such a call, but could be assessed as unsportsmanlike. I say flagrant because it's supposed to be perhaps a violent act, a harmful act. So we're quite done visiting the Kings weekend. The good part was they had 18 more rebounds than the Steelers, 62-44. They had 35 assists, which I believe is a team season high and a league season high for a team effort. They had 24 free throw attempts to the Steelers' 13, but the bad part was they had a 24-point lead with 2:06 left in the third. And then the Steelers went on a 15-point run between the end of the third and the start of the fourth, which finally ended with a Jeremy layup. The Steelers end up with an offensive rating of 101 and, of course, 101 points. And the funny thing was the day after, as I said, the Lioneers got the victory, but might have not felt so good about themselves. Get another look at what they're looking at before. So Jason Washburn's jumper, Jeremy's in the game and probably took a hit before that, because this is the point where the Kings called timeout. So get another look. It's probably the contact they found with Justin driving, didn't get up a shot, and it could have been that play where Jeremy took the hit to the face. Now, I'm not saying there's no contact, but you'd have to say that Justin had a violent act, and I don't know if that's quite raises to that level. He's not looking at Jeremy. That's one clue. Obviously, you can still foul without looking at your opponent. But he's already kind of lost control of his body. Now that obviously elbow going back can't feel good if you're Jeremy and if you're the Kings. So as you see the replay over and over, just like the referees are looking at it over and over, the Lioneers, they had no problems shooting the basketball. Field goal percentage was high, but they couldn't stop the Kings as they had 25 assists and shot 45% from the field. So you could say the Lioneers' defensive effort wasn't good. They had a 17-point lead with 6:25 left in the fourth. A 17-point lead, 96-79. But then the Kings won on a 22-9 tear to end the game. Lioneers' next play at home on the weekend. Short corner, Lee Kai-yen is short, and cameraman getting a bounce of a basketball. It'll be a foul on the rebound, it seems. And a look at Zhang Ziyang coming from behind as a little boot to the basketball for you. Turnover as, again, Justin, do not dribble in Manny Galt's vicinity, especially with your back toward him. Now new formation and horns. Washburn to Ethan. Xiaobai getting to a long jumper, just short. Meanwhile, on the Pilot side, they had a relatively easy Friday game. Pulled it away against the Lioneers. Ethan racing ahead. And a layup around Lee Kai-yen, and again a King taking one to the face. Clock stopped. And now it's a different player, but I think the Kings have a little bit more of an argument as Pauian had control of the basketball the whole time. And not to say there couldn't be a foul, because there could be, but the referees didn't issue a foul right away. So even if they assess a foul, those 2 points will count. It would be really awkward if Lee Kai-yen has to deal with a bloody nose as well. And the referees will go to the monitor again. Plainly speaking, if they just assess an offensive foul, I'm sure the Kings would take out Lee Kai-yen for injury, but don't have to argue as hard as they have. So a little bit more stoppage. In that Friday game, Jason Washburn and Justin 25 each. As you see that right offhand make a swipe backwards, it would fulfill the level for a foul if the referees were to call one. And it would be awkward because the Pilots might rather you call an offensive foul and not an unsportsmanlike, which the referees might only be left with here as a tool. Then on Sunday, in a possible finals preview, the Pilots played the Dreamers, and a crucial victory puts them in the driver's seat for #1 seed. So like I said, kind of unfortunate that the referees, if they just called a foul, they wouldn't have to consider an unsportsmanlike.
好的，比赛回到场上，国队球，一起来防守。
Ball got away. Kenny Manigault's got a little bit of space. Over to Joe. He's got Alec Brown on him. On the catch, he's got a step, kick out. Kenny Manigault steps into one. No. No look flip pass as Jason Washburn slow with it, but lays it in. And just like that, the Pilots have tied up at 31. A foul on the perimeter, a second by the Pilots. Let's see what this is. If it's on Justin, that's his second personal, so keep an eye out on that.
整个协助飞行员手下追求，声音借给我。低分。
A double team on Joe. He's got the pass out. Kenny Manigault, not a clean catch, but an open layup. No. Mitchell up close, foul. This time it's going to be Brown, and I would say it ended up being a good result for the Kings, considering Joseph was facing a trap with Jason Washburn's long arms in there. And Kenny Manigault didn't make a clean catch, and yet they still had kind of a 2-on-1 going down there. Mitchell making the first. 2 points, 7 rebounds. And a perfect second free throw too. The Kings back up on top. Ethan, having hit 1-3, tries another one, no. On the right side, Joe dribbling into Jason's feet, ball still on the ground. And eventually, Pilots take it away, 2-on-1 going on. Justin, back to Ethan, lost the handles of it, and a whistle called. So if not for that, it would have been Alec Brown's putback. And this is funny enough, but kind of reverse. The Kings would rather perhaps no foul call, though. We see the replay is indeed Ethan, and can't fault Kenny Manigault for the effort. It's just an inch or two off from straight up getting the basketball and causing a block shot, as Ethan bad missed with that free throw. He's got 11 points and 4 assists already. Ball getting away, and it's Tank. Up to Joe, dribbling by one, and now up against 3. Kick out to Yang Jingmi, and he swishes it. A bad decision by Mayao there to help one pass away. Like we're going the other way. Well, they say the most curious illegal screen call we've seen. Ball bouncing out. Joe in the right spot. Avoids going out of bounds as Yang Jingming terminates the dribble. King's not getting into space. Playing in the corners. Kind of risky. And the whistle comes. It was a shooting foul, but now more called against the Pilots. And if it's Ethan, that's his second personal.
下场来到场上，李书伟要来罚球，噪音给到苏伟。
So Joe cashes the first free throw. He's got 6 points so far on the night. Jackie back in the game. Haven't seen him in a while. Jackie to Washburn in some space. Hook from behind. Kind of dangerous foul there, but 2 free throws coming up. If it's Tony Mitchell, then it's his third personal. But before possibly going out of the game, having a conversation with Coach Caminos there on the Pilot sideline as Alec Brown will head out. Washburn sinks the first free throw. He's got 7 points, 4 rebounds. Not exactly had a lot of clean looks, has been stripped from the side, not really had good possessions in the low post like he traditionally does. Flipping a pass up as Mitchell lands with it, forced into a miss by Washburn. Now Washburn, the center, starting the break. Jackie driving. All the time in the world, and he fouls it. The table trying to get the attention. We had a timeout. 4:42 left in the first half as the Pilots making a little bit of a run here. It's another turnover in the pick and roll, which has risk and rewards for the Kings. They've, of course, gotten some of their build opportunities, but also have risked some of those passes. And in this situation, sounds like punished them. Let's listen in. This is the second team timeout of the first half for the Kings, so I have no more for the rest of 4 minutes and 42 seconds. This is perhaps the best attended game for the Pilots in a long time. You see the some friends of the Pilots nearby, including former Guoti Lan Shaofu, so he never played with the Pilots. He was a member of the Steelers. Actually, this year was on the Yulong Dinos team, and the guys in the red jackets Nanshan High School, where assistant coach Yang Yifeng is the head coach. They just won the high school title back in March. Day in the paint, over to Joe. He's got a good look, but no. Pilots again going to a horn start. Now a small screen for Graham. As in wide open spaces, Justin gets that one in and out. Down low to Day. He's got a height mismatch. Nice flip pass, but Joe hesitating. Back to Day. Back to the basket. Twisting for a short jumper. Go the other way. Jason's got the size advantage. Hook from behind, and more free throws coming up, but I'm sure Jason wants to finish that. I'm sure frustrated with himself. Here you see Joe jumped on the back, and Washburn lost the handle of it. Somebody get him some talcum powder. Sometimes I would say the turnovers or the loose balls, deflections are caused by the Kings, but sometimes I've also seen the Pilots just lose it on their own, and that was kind of the situation as Washburn just off with that one. Not the second one to go, so we're tied up at 37. How about Dave from the corner, up to Tank, one dribble move and just off. Had a size advantage inside. The Pilots relatively small with Graham at power forward. Justin with space. Kick out to Graham, he'll fire away, and got it! Pilots up ahead in this one, 40 to 37. Tank running a handoff game with Yang Jingmi on the switch. Open look and a good counter by the veteran, two-time MVP Yang Jingmi. Back to Justin, but with Day on him, not going to take that shot. Other side, Graham, in front of Jeremy, just off Joe. Almost got the board to Jeremy, up ahead to Yang Jingmi. A little bit of handsy defense there by the Pilots. Kings spread it out as Jeremy has got a step, flipping up a miss, and it looks like he took another hit to the face, or trying to make sure the tissue plug still works. Graham to Tanzania. The Pilots start their offense. How about Washburn from the top of the arc? No, Graham mossing Joe in there for a rebound. I don't think it was a shot. I think it was a foul on the rebound. Right now, it seems like the Kings are a little bit stuck offensively. Graham will head to the charity stripe, 7 points, 5 rebounds on his night. He, interestingly enough, has not played the Kings yet on the season. This is his 10th game of the year. And like I said earlier in the broadcast, this is the lineup that Coach Caminos likes him in a little bit more than the others. Jason Washburn misses the one up close. And the Kings don't push right away. Brown, Grant, and Washburn is 6-1 on the season. Jeremy stopping, so they rotate it down to Day. Hook past the Tank, but took a dribble, flipping it to the other side and in. So Tank punished the Pilots over committing. It's going to be a tight game. Washburn out to Jackie. Attacking Joe, block shot. And going the other way, Yang Jingmi. Stepping around Graham, that one's in. It's the Pilots who are calling a timeout. I think Caminos is not so happy with Joseph Lynn's taunting there after the block. He's known to do that, so it wouldn't be crazy for him to be punished for it. Not to say Joe can't get excited about a good play, and Yang Jiming doing the right-left shuffle there.
Every time is a overcome. Send down the weak side. No, the two-man game with Jackie. Okay. Hey, 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Be solid on the one-on-one. When they want to post them up, we go. No problem. It's important when you are working out generally. Always the head is attacking left, put the body in front. He can be posting them. Go. Go. So you go.
One last note I had about this head-to-head on the season is in the Pilots' 3 victories, they out-rebound the Kings by 19, by 2, and by 12. And in their losses, they're out-rebounded by 9. And so far, according to our Plus League website, right now it is 28-28. So no team really getting ahead. Pilots out of their timeout first, and now the Kings. Justin on the down screen. Washburn on the cross screen, no. Jackie attacking off the shot fake. Now Graham, a foul on the body block, so free throws coming up. Looks like Graham had a little bit of a tweak there. So offense for defense sub as Justin will head to the bench. I will say both teams might be showing some signs of frustration, but I would also say that it's still a close game and we still have a second half of basketball to go, as now free throw shooting has become a problem for, it's actually been a problem for both teams. Kings 6 for 11. And the Pilots 11 for 19. Graham misses both as Washburn's deep tip will visit our scorers table. On the season, Travion 22 for 36, only 61%. Jimmy dribbling against the screen, and a whistle comes as basketball just jarred a little free. Terry Ray called. I believe he was on the help side there. But on this side, a strong free throw shooter. Yang Jiming 79% on the season. So when you say the game's won at the margins, these are the kind of margins we're talking about. Foul going each way.
Let's go.
So a 2-for-1 opportunity. Handoff game for Justin. Over and back to Graham. Got to step on Day. Baseline jumper, almost. Ball loose, but to Tank. Stolen by Tangzaya. There's a 4-second shot clock difference. Pilot's going to slow it up. Washburn guarded by Tank. Closing the gap. Handoff to Justin. They're going to have him go right. Jumper from 18 feet, close, but no. Graham with the board. Ball getting away. 8 seconds left as Jeremy jumped past the Yang Jiming. Pilots do have their guys back as Yang Jiming offers a miss and Tank right there to pick it up. So the Kings with a great end of the second quarter. 47-41 is the score. Two teams will head to the locker rooms in the concourse here at Taoyuan Arena, where the Kings have a 6-point lead heading into half. As the Pilots crew perform for the last time in the regular season at a halftime. We'll be breaking down the first half of action so far between the New Taipei Kings and the Pauian Pilots. The Kings playing their third game in 5 days, having a back-to-back last weekend at home, and the Pilots is game 3 of 5 in a 9-day stretch. So hopefully both squads saving their best for last as we wrap up the regular season and head to the playoffs. You could say next week, as the expected start of the playoffs will be the either Thursday or Friday after the regular season ends on Sunday. Taking a look at some of the highlights so far on the game as I kind of narrate to you. It's certainly been a hot-fought contest. Both teams are a little bit hot under the collar about the officiating, but at the same time, I would say the free throw shooting also makes me think, like, I don't know, well, You guys are also not exactly converting at a high percentage. It has to be a little bit more critical, but offensively, the Pilots noticeably not forcing outside threes. That's not exactly their strong suit, but they've also not exactly converted well from two-point range either. Meanwhile, the Kings have not exactly gotten into their flow of things either. The Pilots have changed their pick and roll coverage a number of times and with different personnel as well, and have matched up pretty decently to that initial offense. Now, neither team has committed that many turnovers. We only have 13 combined according to the Plus League website. But it also seems like neither team is in that much rhythm. There you see the team stats so far, where the Kings only 16 for 45 shooting, but taking 9 more shots, more than the Pilots is good. 7 made threes versus 18 attempts. That's actually a decent percentage. 39% to be exact. They do have 2 more rebounds, 1 less turnovers, but the Pilots have assisted on 13 of their, well, 41 points, I should say. I used to say baskets, but the new FIBA rule says free throws made on a possible assist do count as well. But more notes after our next break here in Taoyuan Arena.
3颗西瓜 ，Pilot School 会帮你们加油还是干扰呢？我也不太知道。恭喜我们右边先率先获胜啦！哎，不能这样哦，违反运动精神了。好，我们获胜的朋友先旁边稍等一下。下面一组，好，下面一组，下面一组来到刚刚的位置。 看来今天这样难度确实比较高哦。对面的朋友，待会帮我转对面蒙眼的这个球迷3圈，好不好？我们这边先协助他转3圈。来1、2，好3 ，OK， 好，好，不动了，不动。 好，对面也要转3圈喽，请转3圈。OK， 好，听我们 DJ Vicker 的音乐 ，DJ Vicker Music， 加油加油！这方向感的部分完全是很难掌握的。左边的朋友，你快打到 Pilot School 了。 来，恭喜左边的朋友获胜啦！好，麻烦我们左边的这位朋友，左边的这一组回到我们原本挑战的地方，你要来跟上一组获胜的朋友来最后的 PK。好，再次的来转圈。好，准备转3圈。 等一下，好 ，OK， 不动了。这边 OK 了，好，准备开始喽，最终战 DJ Vicker。看来很明显，恭喜右边的朋友。好的，我们要来颁奖啦，那也请我们工作人员把道具来撤下。 先来颁发第2名的奖项，恭喜你们！这位有健身的朋友刚好来到我们场中。好，我们要来颁发出健身工厂3个月的会籍卡，每人1张。继续来健身啦，健身很开心。来，往前一点，我们跟 Pilot School 一起来合照。
Kings up by 6 here at halftime. We're about 6 minutes away from the start of the second half. And the Kings, good news for them is they've been playing a little bit deeper of a rotation, led by Yang Qingming's 13 points. Austin Day had 3 made threes in the game. Joe's got 6. Kenny Mandigal getting a start in the game, has 5. And Tank coming off the bench, had that last putback. Feels like a good boost for the Kings heading into the locker rooms. On the Pilot side, it's Ethan Bayalton with 11, Jason Washburn with 9, Cherry Graham with 8. Tanzania has a couple made 3s, and Alec Brown off the bench with 5. The Kings imports all have 3 personal fouls, so keep an eye on that. But noticeably absent from these leaderboards in scoring, Justin Wudrishang has 0 points on 0 of 6. And their bench has only 7 points, besides Tanzania has 2 made 3s. And Jeremy only has 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting, but the Kings showing off a little bit of a deeper bench, 18 points overall. We'll be back after this with the start of the second half.
我们乘客全朋友们，谢谢。好的，下半场的比赛呢，待会就要开始了，大家稍微休息一下，等等见。
Last regular season game for the Pilots here at home, but they are playoff bound, and at least in the first round, we'll have home court advantage. And they have a pretty strong crowd at hand for their season finale. It helps to have the very popular Kings this year in the building. Bayalton getting the highlight package before we start play again. 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists so far in the game. His dribble penetration is one of the most sure things for the Pilots right now, whether he'll finish here himself or deliver a good pass. And the Pilots have become a very strong home team this season. 737 winning percentage after last year 11-9. Interesting enough, last year they had a 8-game home winning streak as part of their 10-game at the time overall winning streak, which is still a league high, tied by the Dreamers this year. Looking across the league, the Dreamers are 15 wins, 5 losses. They are the #1 home team at +7 points per game. Pilots plus 5.2 at 14 wins, 5 losses. Kings on the road, one of the strongest road teams at 11 wins, 7 losses. That's good for 61%, plus 3.6 points. Orange pinstripes starting with the basketball. Jeremy screened off as Justin. Shot fake to a shot. Recent look as Washburn in the vicinity, but couldn't grab it. Looking out on the floor, it's starters for the Pilots and starters for the Kings with Austin Day in for Tony Mitchell going back door. Swinging around Joseph Lin from 35 again. Crash to the rebound to Yang Jingming. Pilots look kind of lackadaisical there. But ball gets away. Ethan, one man to beat. Hesitating and laying it in over Joe. That's how the second half scoring gets started. Deep passing as Yang Jiming couldn't hang on to it. Now with Graham's contest off. Up the sidelines and back to Jackie. He bangs a 3. What did I say? Fast break attacks has been the thing for the Pilots. Kings match up decently in the half court. Over the top pass, Austin Day showing off the big man moves. Keeping it high and finishing it high. On the ball screen, Graham back to Ethan. Spinning, but denied by Kenny Manigault. A little two-hand game as the foul on the bad contest. Free throws for Bayalton, and Joe should know better than contest Bayalton that hard. Not a great range shooter, so you know, put in the effort, but don't overcommit. Looking at the screen, #1 Joseph Lin has 3 personal fouls now. So the Kings free throw shooting pulled up a little bit in the end by Yang Jiming's 2 for 2, 8 for 13, and the Pilots 11 for 21. Ethan had a 0 for 2 trip previously, but good with the first 2. 1 more to go. On this side as Joe skipped past the Yang Jimmy from the corner. Somehow he got free. And yet no score means we're tied up at 49. Kick out as Jackie. Tavion Graham in rhythm. No. Kenny Manigault driving on a Washburn. There's a whistle as Pilots did not do a good job there stopping the basketball. Jackie's second personal foul. Halfway down, but out for Kenny Manigault. He's at the line for the first time tonight. 5 points, 9 rebounds. 10 rebounds according to our TV partners. Put more arc under that one.
Let's go, let's go.
Fouls indicated by the white bars right underneath the team names on our score bug. Jackie's got a step, back pass to Jason as the ball goes out of bounds. Kenny Manigault showing off the skate park hop. Not exactly a great pass by Jackie into more traffic, as the unique thing about the LEDs here in Taoyuan is they stand straight up, they stand vertical, and there's no leg supports. Washburn loses the handle of it, but right to a pilot as Jackie's got an open three. No, Graham in the vicinity. Flips to Washburn, a hack foul, and a free throw is coming up. Offensive rebounding is gonna more or less go the Pilot's way if it's close. Travion Graham is a very good offensive rebounder, as Dave's trying to say not every time, but now is not exactly the time to be putting up that argument. Washburn sinks the first. So far on his game, an even 10 points and 9 boards. 6 for 9 at the line. Seems like the halftime did the Pilots good. That would be Day's 4th personal. Over to Day with the side step of 3 on the way. Close, but no. So far, 10-3 is the 3rd quarter score. Washburn doesn't hand off, spins into trouble as Jackie, how about from the left corner, gets the bounce. So the Pauian Pilots coming on strong here in the 3rd. Manigault attacking on the dribble, got Jackie on the floor. Yang Jimin backdoor to Day as Graham fell asleep there. Into runner range as Washburn taps it to a teammate. Now 10 offensive rebounds as Washburn in the vicinity. Out to Jackie, the shot goes up and misses everything. Graham needs to put up in 3, blocked. And eventually a whistle will call. Funny enough, the shot clock expired, and I guess that is correct. But again, more offensive rebounding by the Pilots, making it tough. That's a Jackie foul somehow. Jeremy initially posting up, now on the perimeter, facing up Ethan. 1 dribble 3 on the way. Again, close, but Dave over at the top. Down low to Manigault, and a 3-second call. A little bit unexpected. Justin going backdoor, blocked by Day, and now we got a 3-on-1, but again, Yang Jimin doesn't catch cleanly. Back to Jeremy, nice steps. Game tied at 54. Dangerous pass, as Manigault got a hand on it, they say. And it seems like the Kings are starting to develop some defense to offense rhythm. Good time for a stoppage if you're the Pilots.
国王你好，我们要挑战足 场11连胜啦！跟着神奇小白一起比出11的手势，欢迎你们喽 ！Hello， 看向大荧幕，比出一个11，很棒很棒，爱心也可以。Hello Dora， 比出一个11的手势，很可爱很可爱，欢迎你。Hello 娟州，帮我们比出一个11，Thank you。Hello 这位球迷，看向你左边的镜头。Hello 小朋友，我们一起比出一个11，搓脸颊也可以，丫丫搓脸颊可以吧？有点勉强，但可以。嗨，有你 ，Hello， 我们这群球员们比出一个强壮的11来吧。错过了，很可爱，很可爱。Hello， 我们要挑战这场11连胜了。
So far in the third quarter, we have 13 points for the Pilots. 5 of those coming via the free throw line, and 7 points for the Kings. 0 from the 3-point range, but 3 for 4 from 2, and 1 free throws to add to that total. 6 rebounds apiece. So the Pilots do have 3 offensive rebounds, and what could have been a 4th there. We've been told as the game has progressed, Justin has reached 250 career assists. Television timeout. Pilots ball out of the sideline. Jason Washburn on the cross screen, but the Kings cover it up. Graham out to an open Ethan. They'll give it a try. Short as Jackie over the top of Austin Day, or in front of. Washburn from the high post trying to drive on Washington, trying to drive on Manigault, and a whistle comes. The Kings immediately react. That's Kenny Manigault's 4th. Let's get another look. I would say he certainly got a little bit of an argument. Of course, there was contact with Jason Washburn, but if he touches the basketball first, that's supposed to be clean. So more free throws coming up for the Pilots here in the third. On the season, Jason Washburn is a 77% free throw shooter. 195 attempts. That would be second in the league to Brandon Gilbeck's 224 free throw attempts. Day handoff to Yang Jingming with Alec Brown fresh in the game. Overcommit as a travel is called against Yang Jingming. And if I were guessing, I'm sure Taiwan basketball fans are at least amused by that. Yang Jingming and Beast Lin Zijie, 2 vets in the league who are definitely got a keen eye, the fans do, for whatever their footwork is. Almost out of reach as Day does get in reach of it. Ends up being a turnover by the Pilots. Lee Kai-in back to Joe. Off the bank, Austin Day back on the scoring run, 56 all. Jason Washburn, not that. Got to get a call too as slip ahead, and again, Lee Kai-in slip with the hand. Now Day, heat check, short. Jason Washburn engaged with a block out, had a good enough time. Cookie down court, Zhang Zhenya is a miss. There's some cross matchups in a lot of spots, mainly that spot. Jason Washburn green for Zhang Zhenya, lazy pass as the shot clock would have expired. Numbers for the Kings as good contest. Zhang Zhenya with a block shot. Yang Jimmy thinking there was some illegal contact. It definitely looks rather clean to me.
王队球，各位守住这一球，声音借用。
Pushing foul by Jackie there, that's pretty obvious. Fourth personal. One of the Pilots' important defensive stoppers, especially if number 0 Zhou Yishang is not going to return to action. He's only got 5 minutes and 40 seconds played, and not very good 5 minutes. On the switch, Yang Jimmy forced out, now attacking back, pull up in Brown's face, is just going to touch the nylons on the bottom side. Deep into Brown, kick out to Tanzania, open look, yes! Choking his third 3 of the game as the Pilots get back up on top. Going to the basket and laying it in. Good answer by the Kings. Tanzania over to Jackie, open. Going to the other side, and he got it. Jason Washburn with a screen assist down low. Down low, Yang Jimin kicking it out. Joe from 32 feet is short.
Let's go!
Joseph Lin only 2 for 8 from the field on the game. Had his opportunities, as of a lot of guys. Kings 3-point shooting below 30% now as Justin from the free throw area finally getting one down. And a foul and unsportsmanlike as Lu Junxiang got the pick, and I think it was Yang Jiming with the holding hands. Now we're trying to get on the same page with Day about what happened on the outside there. That time it was just straight Lu Junxiang, and even Kaiyin wanted to come in to offer a little tackle. Yang Jiming, like I said at halftime, one of the more efficient scorers of the game, but seems like he's kind of losing that rhythm. Still at 13 points. Justin bouncing in the free throw. Wu Zhixiang, as you might be hearing, in consideration, heavy consideration for league MVP. His likely opponent, if there was such a thing, if this was an election. Number 11 for the Dreamers, Ling Junji, or Luca, who himself averaging almost 16 points per game, 15.6 to Justin's 16.7. Kings get a takeaway as the Pilots lead is 7. Manigault in the paint, but a double team comes, ball getting away. And a illegal screen, again called by the crew chief. I don't want to see that one again. Is he saying on the arm? Well, his arms are certainly not clean. You don't need to be doing that. Of course, Brown would say, does it raise to the level of a foul? Kenny Manigault from the right corner, and he has a perfect splash. So back within striking range for the Kings. Kenny Manigault's got 9. Down low to Brown from about 10 feet out. Ball on the ground, no man on the ground. It's Austin Day, end up on the hardwood. It's the second time in the quarter he's been pushed over. The first time certainly was Lee Jiakong's push, and that time seems like Graham did run into him, but clearly Austin Day needs to be eating his chicken breast. The Kings will be shooting bonus free throws for the rest of 1 minute and 46.
全场乘客给我一个最大的舞！我们非人席的朋友举高春联面包送给奥地。
Austin Day joining the squad on the later side as trying to clean up the sweat from his fall. I don't know if the towel person on the baseline appreciates her towel being used for a player. Austin Day, product out of Gonzaga, goes 2 for 2. Tank will come in and play one of the big spots as the Kings are very small now.
Let's go!
Graham with Manigault in front. Slips it down to Brown. Blocked by Tank. 195. Wamboltz just blocked a 260-centimeter Brown as Kenny Manigault offers up an air ball. So not exactly the biggest harm done, but certainly a boost if you're on the Kings bench. Range, that just catches iron. Venti's fresh in the game. Along with Jeremy, could be a pretty lethal dual point guard system. Quadruple team at Manigault, and there's a foul. So far in the third quarter, Kings are 3 for 4 from the line, but only 1 for 9 shooting the three. That one make being Kenny Manigault a few possessions ago. Trying to make it a three-point game. He does. Now to make it a two-point game. Kenny Manigault line. He does so. Pauian guarded by Tank as Brown tries to angle in for a spot. Going right, missing as Brown somehow reaching back and tipping it in. Headed the other way. Kyle is stopped by Travion Graham as Jeremy sets up Tony Ray in front of him. Driving right, stopping to his fadeaway. Wow! Jeremy Lin, only one made field goal in the first half as Graham stepping through, offering a miss as Brown over the top of everyone, and it's out of bounds. Now, Brown and Jeremy engaged in a friendly discussion. I'm sure Brown saying, hey, let me have the ball, and Jeremy saying, well, you can't crash through me. That'll be the end of the third quarter with, again, the Kings making a little bit of run at the end, but earlier it was the Pilots building up to a little bit of a lead, but in the end, 69-68 for the boys in orange heading into the fourth and final frame.
欢迎我们的赵娟州，一起来跳舞。 欢迎大家，嘿 ，Hello， 限定版的合作。跳起来啦！ 谢谢我们 PLEAGUE School， 谢谢我们所有乘客群朋友们，谢谢娟宗，请各位乘客群朋友们喝一点水，我们第4节马上就要开始了。
Plus 球迷 Oh My Basketball 所有本人在 Ivy Bar 学英文吧，教你篮球的英文术语。欢迎大家点资讯栏的连结一起学习。So Jackie Lee, number 12, 0 points in the first half, 8 points in the third quarter alone. As mentioned before, is Caminos' favorite defensive stopper out there. Here to start the fourth, Travion Graham guarding Jeremy there at the bottom. And it's Henry Ray number 2 guarding Kenny Manigal. Almost bit on the fake as Jeremy works into the paint. A tough jumper coming up, in and out. Hit that 3 as the Kings' last basket in the third. To pull it close, stumbling on a screen as Graham lost the dribble of it. Brown behind the free throw area, easy. I don't know if that's quite revenge for Tank blocking him close to the basket, but 2 points now. Jeremy somehow left open. Kicking it out, Venti from the top of the arc, off to the right as Manigault in the vicinity, lays it in with the right hand. Good fight there by number 55. That would be a strength mismatch if an offensive rebound could come from the weak side like he just did. Brown screening as Venti pokes out of bounds. Henry Ray's hammer pass easily read. Just about 70 seconds, and Washburn coming in with Jackie. Hook pass to Washburn. He'll take a deep 3, and that's a brick if I've ever seen one. And it will be a shot clock violation, at least according to the trailing official. Well, based on how badly it missed, I definitely think it's possible. Let's get another look. There was only 2 seconds when the ball hit the backboard, so if the Pilots do collect, it would be the correct call. I think it'd be wise for the Pilots not to challenge. Tank at the high post, little pistol action with Jeremy and Kyle. They swing it. Now swing it back as Pauian called for a travel there. Definitely one of those up fakes that I would say might freak you out, but certainly freaks out the player a little bit. Ethan out to Jackie, driving again, Venti guarding. Finally get it to Washburn, double comes. Ethan from 18 feet, rolls it in. So, very 80s of them to have a flare screen only 18 feet away as Tank up close couldn't beat the two Pilots bigs down low. Kings show a lot on that side as Brown's got to open kick out. No. Jeremy streaking through the middle. Now taking the other way, a foul coming. And we'll see. It will be 2 free throws. With it, Tony Ray. That'll be his last action before getting subbed in for Justin there. Justin finally broke the seal last quarter and has only 4 points on the game. But he has had games in the past as Jeremy lines up a 3 and rattles it in. Tie game at 73. Washburn driving on Tank and getting the lay-in. Again, Jeremy, having made a couple threes, fouled outside as clear you see Camino's trying to argue a hook. Wouldn't be impossible for Jeremy to hook, but obviously every single time it's a matter of who caused the foul. If the hook causes the contact, then obviously it should be an offensive foul, but Jason Washburn a little slow to slide over. Pauian trying to push for deep positioning. Day got around Brown, blocked from behind as he was about to clutch for a layup. In a look, I think it was Bayouton who initially came over with the help, and I don't know if he's that big of a threat to block any shots, but Day thoughts about it again and end up getting blocked from behind by Brown. On the season, Bayouton has 4 blocks and Alec Brown 37.
We go 2. We go 2, but we go like this. Fine.
Get another look. Alec Brown swiping down on it, trying to argue that Day still made contact with it, and it's close for sure. If successful, the Pilots can challenge again in the game. If not, that'll be it. And it looks closer and closer every time we look at it. Based on the way it's spinning, makes you think that perhaps it might be going the Pilots' way. As a reminder, there are imports sitting out for this game. For the Kings, it's the first time they're going without Wendell Lewis since March 31st. That was before he even joined. They've been 6 wins, 4 losses in that span. Meanwhile, on the Pilot side, it's Kennedy Meeks who scored 30 points in the game against the Dreamers. He also took 20 field goal attempts, which both are those high marks since his first game against the Kings. And it will be a successful challenge, so note that down as a possible inflection point of the game. It's only 2 points, the difference between the 2 scores. Justin snaking through and getting the lay-in around Tank. No help elsewhere to be found. He's got 6 points now. As I mentioned, Justin sometimes has shown up in the 4th, as this time it's Kyle getting the drive on him. He flips it in and count the foul. That time the pilots didn't offer any help. You see Washburn and Brown there at the high post, and Ethan a little bit too deep. Justin's third personal. Not in any foul trouble. But 3 fouls by the pilots so far in the quarter, none by the Kings. Kenny Manigault in as the Kings have, in some ways, 4 point guards out there. Justin from 18 feet to Ethan's long rebound. Some around as Brown fires away, that's off. So chance for the Kings to take the lead. Jeremy between the legs, the fadeaway coming on fire. Cold in the first half, not a problem. Ethan's runner off target, a little bit short, and a chance to extend on the lead now they have. Jeremy down to Day. He's got Jackie behind him, and Washburn even further behind. And now an offensive foul is called. If it's Austin Day, that's his 5th personal. Not really worth the move, and he wasn't really looking to score anyways. There you see that left elbow just goes above the shoulder and into the neck, and that's kind of the price you pay. Of course, big men will say they are trying to make that move, but again, you really want to be putting it on the shoulders or chest of your defenders, as good hands by Jeremy, and it will stay with the pilots, but a deflection. Now they will change the call. I don't know where Jackie was going with that. Manigault stopped by Washburn as Kyle going baseline, flying for a pass. Jeremy again lost the handle of it. Eventual travel called. Definitely would have wanted the referees to call that right away. Another look. Probably contending he didn't have possession, but certainly the unfortunate slide of the toes and the knees. Hard to get away from, unless he would have juggled it some more, which can work, but also you're not supposed to juggle the basketball and move. Washburn down low, pushed out to the middle block by Day. Going baseline, stripped. It will stay with the pilots. Of course, Day not to defend with power, so those got to have active hands and got to guess right. He did so there. Zhang Zhenya's in. Ethan over to Jason Washburn for an alley-oop. They haven't pulled that out till now. What a time for it as Jeremy driving on 3, ball getting away. A little kickball action. 14 seconds on the shot clock. And a look, Bayouts delivering the perfect feed as nobody stayed attached to Washburn. On the switch, Manigault going baseline. Blocked, huge one by, I think that was Justin there, his 2nd of the game. Had a big one against Yang Jingming. Going back door and hanging on to it. 2 on the ball as Ethan stripped by Kyle there. Need to be more secure with it. He's going and misses it, or stopped by the rim. Zhang Zhenya is trying to find an outlet. They got to push it ahead. They do have some space. Justin in some dangerous territory. Down to Brown. Over to Zhang Zhenya, has made 3 and another! 82 to 78 as timeouts called on the floor. Trying to come away with their 11th straight home victory. Pilots forcing a timeout called on the floor.
暂停时间到，第4节剩下5分40秒。
So if you're enjoying Plus League basketball, or if you're watching on YouTube, help us out by leaving a like. And if you want more, the Pilots play the Braves in Taipei on Friday. Zhang Zhenya, 12 points on the game, and he's also been called by Coach Caminos to handle some tough defensive assignments out there. And Justin, jumping on this game, actually has 3 block shots. Excuse me. Yang Jiming's in for the Kings. As Jeremy tries to get some space. Day at the high post, immediately to a handoff. He's got the switch on Brown, who's made a shot over him before. Hesitating to cross over, and a tough jumper. No, Manigault with the board. Joe's also in, faking, then down low, off of Kenny Manigault's hands. This is what I'm talking about. The Pilots are getting these stops, but just by the skin of their teeth sometimes, but I'm sure they'll take it. Kings are so close. Sure. The message from Coach Marchand is if we get some stops, we'll be just fine. Baseline, Brown has got to open look, checks his feet and knocks it down from the left corner. Dave fouled from inside as he's putting the moves on Washburn and Brown. It'll be the 4th team foul. And a look at, this time, the penetration from the top makes it so that corner helper doesn't have anyone to rotate with him. 2nd personal on Washburn. Down low, Yang Jiming getting back up, 2 points. Back to a 2-possession deficit for the Kings. Yang Jiming, 15 points on 15 shots. Interestingly enough, he's only taken 3 free throws. A little bit of space as Ethan didn't come down with the pass for a travel, but it's a live ball as Manigault leaves it. Shook the defender, double comes, Joe fakes one, back to Manigault, a little tic-tac-toe. And that's a possible delay of game there. Stop clock for the referees to retrieve the basketball. So since the timeout, it's been a little 4-3 small run, but certainly Kings got to feel a little bit better about the baskets they're getting. Zhang Zhenya threatening baseline, trapped. Washburn with 2 seconds left. Dream shaking to an air ball as Joe got the rebound. Deflected ball, Ethan's got it. It's a 24-second shot clock reset. Got 3.5 minutes to go in this one. Sit tight, boys and girls. Justin waiting for the clock to go down as Jeremy kind of hacks him there. Not the worst thing in the world. They have only one team foul up to now, now 2. Indeed, we haven't seen Tony Mitchell in a little bit. Gotta wonder if that tweak we saw earlier in the game, the wincing he had, is Jeremy good hands. Almost stripped Justin there. He's taking on the defensive assignment of the Pilots' most lethal local scorer. Still time left as Justin blocked from the side. Day and a couple as ball getting away. Another Ethan steal. Again, a 24 reset, certainly taking down the legs of the Kings. Justin attacking Day into the corner, bangs it, floating to the baseline. He's done that before. Cookie going down the other way. Joe hanging in the air. No, Manigal snatching it. Day from the top. Yes, what an answer by the Kings. So it's a 2-point game. Austin Day with a 20-burger. Washburn trying to free up Justin as he takes a big lefty layup, missing everything. 1 second left as Washburn offers up a prayer. Long rebound out of bounds to, no, stays in bounds to Tanzania. So the Pilots are not getting hardly any off-ball movement. Over the top, Brown. Tanzania, 4 seconds left. Big three and all net. Another prayer, but this one answered. Quickly the other way, Yang Jiming beat one. Now into the basket. So the Pilots match up defensively. Kenny Manigal, nice move, but left it short. Could have been blocked. Under 2 minutes. It's a 2-possession lead for the Pilots. Kenny Manigal sneaking around. Jason Washburn will get his teammate up. So Washburn from the elbow. Taking a step back, no, and another board, possibly no. Whistle called, I think it's a rebounding foul by the Kings. Another look at the hands getting tangled up. Certainly, I think something in the vicinity of an unlucky foul. Just about a minute after this Pilots possession. Hamilton getting all the way, just out. We give credit to Joseph Linder sticking defensively to that play. Manigal thought about it going at Brown as Jeremy freed up on the handoff. No problem. We give him any bit of daylight. Under a minute, Pilots by just 2. Jeremy Lin already with 15 points in a hurry. Out to Brown, he'll take it. It's contested, in and out. Kings can't run out the clock yet as Jeremy's quickly doubled and a foul. It'll be free throws. I don't know if that's what the Pilots intended, but the bad situation for them, it's almost 26.5 seconds, so Pilots can't even freeze out this next possession. Lee Kai-in coming in for defense as see a lot of tired pacing by the Kings right now. It's been a tough battle. The announced crowd is 3,072. 2 big free throws. Jeremy taking it alone as the Pilots having a little huddle in front of their bench. Here's Coach Marchand looking on. Got to be thinking a couple plays ahead. This one's huge. Need to tie it up. It's up and perfect. So we're tied up at 90. Pilots do have timeouts in their bag, but they won't take it. Gonna hold. This Washburn up high. A couple of his guards nearby. Ethan going. Back pass to Jason. 5 seconds left. Pauian from the left side. In! It's in! Still time on the clock as a timeout is called. Maybe the second time in Pauian's career, a possible game ender. Still time on the clock, but the Kings left with nothing but a tip-in. Could the Pilots do it again in back-to-back games? 1 possession win? Let's listen in. So previously, Pauian always a better jump shooter, dribbling to his right, but this time going left and kind of shooting over Austin Day even. There we see diligently by the referee making sure if the score table would honor that timeout. There you see Washburn with the screen. Dade on the switch, just inches away. And still Pauian, another jumper. Again, he's done that going right, but this time going left. Pauian has won one week MVP, only averaging 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists in 3 games where they went 2-1, but it included one of those near game winners just like that. So get another look. If they might need to put more time on the clock, you can have the argument for about 0.4 seconds, but that's a very close margin between a catch and shoot and only a tip in only. Looks like about 0.5 would be the highest mark. And that might change things up for the Kings. The Pilots have Washburn, Brown, Zhang Zhengyao, Li Jiakang, and Justin in there. So again, the referees taking the IRS after the timeout.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I know. I want this. That's what my question was. Hey!
It seems like a second word from Coach Caminos as
0.3 is the minimum to touch, so they can only tip it. They can catch.
Important is for the Pilots not to defend and foul. For the Kings, it's Kenny Manigault, Austin Day, Yang Jingming, Joseph Lin, and Jeremy Lin. But no indicator as who will inbound the basketball, because that person will for sure be ineligible to score. So right now the Kings playing it cool by having them all out on the hardwood. Again, this is a time where I kind of wish the referees went to the monitor while we were in timeout. We know what it is. So, awkward situation where it seems to be, as when I called it out initially, that when Jeremy Lin was fouled, it should have been nearly 26, if not 27 seconds. Well, the referees have an awkward situation with the scorers table because we have had a mess up in this stadium before where it was between these two teams 2 seasons ago. More time was put on the clock. Now, technicality-wise, it is not supposed to happen. For the Pilots, the worst situation to happen right now is for 2.5 seconds to get put on the clock. They're in the lead, but anything more than a tip means a possible 3-pointer could be made, but anything but a tip, anything only a tip, can only be 2 points realistically. And given that there's no such thing as adding time back on the clock, again, when we reviewed the made shot by Pauian, it should only be about half a second on the clock, and that's what they're about to put it at.
好的，经过裁判老师他们开会之后，大表要回归到0.32秒。
So indeed, they do put some time on, because the difference between Pauian's shot going in through the cylinder and into the net and the time that the shot clock operator actually stops the clock, there is a difference, but 0.32. Obviously, everyone knows the Derek Fisher 0.4, but in the FIBA rulebook, I think it's up to 0.3. Joseph Lin to inbound. Kenny Manigault, the closest player. Jeremy from under the basket. Have to make a choice. And eventually the player called timeout. So the Pilots do a good job stopping this first one. Now they got to do it again. Boy, you think it's... everything might be planned out, and well, perhaps not. Coach Marchand having to reach into his bag of really last-second plays. Talk about the dominance of some of the front-runner teams. The Pilots have not lost consecutive games since week 12 to 13. Both of those were road games, and only 2 losses recently in week 23 by 17 to the Dreamers, 18 to the Kings, but basically they've bounced back from those stumbles. Meanwhile, the Kings won 4 straight before Sunday's loss to the Lioneers. They haven't lost 2 consecutive in several weeks. Week 21, -3 to the Dreamers, -26 to the Braves at home. Now, Lin Zhen's in to guard the inbounder. He's a little bit taller than Zhang Zhenya. Kenny Manigault up top. Jeremy doing the roundabout. Popping in front of Washburn. The shot is up, and no! So it's a final here from Taoyuan, 92-90. Pilots make it official. 11 straight wins at home to end the season. And Magic #1 away from clinching the first seed here in season 4. Really valiant effort by the Kings. They had a lead at halftime and really were making runs in the third and didn't stop in the fourth either. 4 of their players scored in double digits, led by Austin Days, 20 points. And of course, not to forget, Jeremy Lin had 17 points, of which 15 were in the second half. He really became their engine after Young Jimmy did a solid job. But on the other side, Pauian with 20 points. He led the Pilots and had virtually the game winner. Throwing 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals, 2 of them, including the late game, which the Pilots were on offense, it seemed like, for 95% of the time there. And the Kings did come back. We're finally cleared enough space for Pauian to don the headset. Jason Washburn, 17 points, 15 rebounds. He led them in the ladder. Pauian asked about the last play, what his thoughts were.
因为前一球就是很关键的一个上篮没有进，然后被他们转换得分。那其实那时候心态就已经有一点，就是不敢去接球。但是我看到卡总一直在跟我讲说，你是球队的控球，你就要去承担责任，然后就是你要去拿球这样。
And Pauian saying, I was kind of nervous because I missed that last layup and it became a fast break for the Kings. But Caminos yelling from our bench told me I'm the point guard and I need to take care of things. Now asked about the growth the Pilots were going through in tight
就是我
games.
觉得我们团队气氛越来越好，就是即使我们失误了或是什么，其实大家都是一直用鼓励去代替责备。那其实会让我们在场上不管场下上来的人，其实都会很有信心去处理球这样。
And Pauian is saying they've been encouraging each other and they've been growing closer and it is making them way more confident out on the floor. Now asked about playing from behind for a lot of this game. And asked about the strength of their opponents.
国王就是一支非常强的球队，然后又有豪哥。那其实我们能做的就是尽量减少他的得分，因为他不可能不得分。那我们只能透过每一次的拼命防守去守下每一个球，然后转换快攻这样。
Then Pauian saying they're a strong team. The Kings are. They of course have Jeremy, but they just need to do their best and defend as best they can every possession.
就是我们辛苦了一整季，那其实这都是我们很想要去拼命争取的结果。那我觉得这个结果是对我们会很有信心，在季后赛的时候。
Number one shooter.
And
Say it, Mike. Best shooter in the gym.
Pauian is saying that
Jason told me I'm better shooter in the gym.
Best shooter in the gym, baby.
I don't think you guys need that translation. Pauian is saying they've been playing hard all season, so to get number one is indeed a goal of theirs. So I think Pauian did set an individual game scoring high of 20 points. Sophomore out of the southern city of Kaohsiung. At least for his university days, being a Taizong boy in his youth. So 11 straight wins at home is a plus league record. Pauian will head to the middle of the court and break before wrapping things up from Taoyuan.
Yeah! 好，我们先请小白来讲一下今晚的感受。
就是还是很感谢在平日的时候，还有这么多乘客一起为我们加油，就很感谢乘客。对。
好，我们请呢郑雅，因为前阵子我们一起录完了领航接驳车，他们两个也在节目呢彼此喊话了，很真心。今天郑雅呢，是不是有些话想跟大家分享？
我只想要谢谢每一场来到现场为我们支持的乘客们，谢谢你们这场比赛的精彩，送给你们，
掌声鼓励。好了，请白牙连线呢来为我们牵领航小夜灯。我们的郑雅小白来邀我们签名，非常精彩，这也是我们队里的最火红的一对 CP 啦。好的，现在呢要先来拍一张照，小白郑雅先一起好了，我们先往旁边退开，他们先一起拍一张。这个太赞的画面了，
难得的时刻。
来看中间，媒体大哥。好，我们一起一张 ，OK， 一起一张，哎，开心。好，来再一次哦，来1、2，来数哦，1、2、3，耶！谢谢。好，郑雅小白呢要送给一位球迷啦。这个时候决定谁助攻啦，
谁到手部吗？
执行这些球，谁执行这些球？
So it's Zhang Ziyan and Bai Chen, Ma Yao, and Ethan who are having a little bit more interaction with the home fans. The Pilots now move to M1 from the #1 seed in the Plus League regular season. They have 2 games left on their schedule. And the Kings have 1 road game left in Kaohsiung. And despite losing 2 straight for the Kings, I would say it doesn't quite feel like exactly 2 defeats. But more of that in our future broadcast, perhaps. Well, the Pilots now gonna head to the road for a game against the Braves on Friday. That's there on your screen, and they will finish the season on Sunday against the Kaohsiung 17 Live Steelers. Wu Junqi and Tian Hui on the Mandarin broadcast. Well, folks, what I want to wrap up is this is kind of the intense basketball we expect from the playoffs. It to be tense, to be heated, infinite small runs. It was really hard to track who was really running away in a 2 or 3 minute stretch. It was such a back and forth. We expect good performance statistically and without the numbers, the invisible stats, and hopefully some glory to be had. So I've been Ryan Chen. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
能继续飞翔的下19号。